Hello! Hello and welcome to part 16. Ooh, 16 parts so far. How much of this game do we still have? Quite a bit. But last time, before I became ill, we successfully saved Elliot's sister and proceeded to get into the next part of Act 2, where we've got more activities to do. And we just left it here, having done some level of preparations that we needed to do. So, anyway. Onwards to the shop quickly. I just want to double check. I have actually bought at least some weaponry that I am planning to... No, I have not. Okay. Alright, Reen's weapon check. We want to get Eustace's weapon. Might as well get Miriam's because we have to have her. Who else do we have in the pie? Okay, we don't have those people. Okay, so the armor overall is definitely an improvement as well. Would it be an improvement for Reen as a whole? Probably not actually. Like it's barely much at all. Whereas just looking at that, it's like the Wicked Shoot as well would be good to have. I'm just equipping the ones that I'm actually going to have in the main party, and then if I need to adjust anything, then I can. Simple to do. Anyway, to the bridge. So this part we do have students to go and grab. They are not, these ones aren't required in a main request, but they are about, so let's go and do that first and foremost. It's good to collect the students. Yay, confidence boost. But then, so anyways, upon choosing the choose destination option for the first time after you get back on the ship from last time, we can now travel to Celdic and the nature park. This also includes the Dragon Bridge as a location we can land at. So we don't have to go all the way from Celdic to the bridge or from the proving ground to the bridge. We can also go onto the North Coast Highway 3 and East Celdic Highway 2. And we can now actually utilise the other side of the Twin Dragon Bridge that we couldn't previously. So it's good to note. As we can see, there are two objectives there that we have to do, and that is it on the mandatory side of things, outside of Ymir. But Ymir is optional. So first things first, to the proving ground. Because Monk is now actually recruitable. My apologies if my voice gets all, I don't know, worse at all, because I am legitimately still recovering to an extent. Zero guesses needed as to what Monk may have lost as we made our way here. So yeah, so to detail this scene, Monk has gone and lost a thing that he got from Abentine. We know what this is. It's a sticker. But the point being is that this is what we'll have to go and find. That's it. A sticker. That's all that you've lost. How could that be? Ah, it's not just a regular sticker, it's a golden sticker. Ah. See, it has a level of importance. So, obviously, we'll help him. We'll help him out. We'll search for it. And seeing as Monk mentions Twin Dragon Bridge, why? Of course I went and did this first, because despite the fact that we could actually have gone to Twin Dragon Bridge first, it makes more sense to do it like this. Now, we're return to the Courageous because it's quicker this way than making our way along the byword, because we can do the other required quest later. Welcome to Twin Dragon Bridge. Norton's here! And it was too late to get a good photo of what was going on at the time, so, oh well. So anyways, recommended thing, hop on your bike and, oh yes, I may have not shown this, but I put the tower colouring on the bike, so we have a little bit of a tower face on the side. We've made the bike more towable, and that's what matters. I'm still free, can't come any sooner, I swear. Anyway. Now, we have to actually be mindful not to talk to Nineheart if we're planning to just do the monk stuff first and foremost. What you're meant to do is go here, and the game will forcefully travel you up to the command room and in that point, just because it works out quite like it. It means you don't have to go through the whole dungeon stuff again, which, you know, fair enough. So yes, Lieutenant Craig had the Abentime sticker all along, and that's good news that he found it, or whoever found it, handed it over to him. Yeah, in fact, one of the guards did. Okay, good. Whoopee! We did some good timing. Now Fiona's still here, and you can talk to her and get some conversation going on. Once again, thanking us for all that we did, but also Nightheart also helped. And of course, the overprotectiveness of the Lieutenant General certainly knows no bounds. As determined by 10 armoured cars. I can go down to 3 though. He cares for his kids, and I guess that's what matters. Especially since, you know, war is occurring. Since we're here, well, actually, we could, yeah, Monk will stay there. We can go and talk to Nineheart while we're here, actually, get this quest done. Just won't do the monster killing quest until I've done everything else. So, Instructor Nineheart wanted us to help him with something. And yes, William, that is indeed a Spiegel. How lovely that we've managed to get our hands on one of these. That is a good thing, because, let's face it, the Imperial side, the side we fight for, pretty much, doesn't have soldats. Sure, Wing shows up on occasion, but you can't rely on that. See literally the other half of Arabonia. I don't care what Cold Steel 4 decides to state. There's no point in this game during the Civil War that they could have gone over to that side, because they were tasked with being on the eastern side of Arabonia. But hey, me pointing out Falcom's stupidity aside in this case, they never saw them coming. Insert the Persona 5 music here. Nineheart would like to utilise the Spiegel to challenge Ween. Fair enough. Wait, but you don't know how to pilot a Soldat. Actually, I read a manual over in Western Arabonia. Oh, okay, fair enough. I forget that they just leave the manuals out in the open. Well, that probably wasn't out in the open, but still, point being is we don't know how he got his hands on a manual to be able to control a Soldat, but he did. Damn you, Nightheart. We need to get all the training he can, supposedly, but at the end of the day, I don't know whether that matters or not. Anyway, this battle, I'll make a mech out of you, is mandatory, which means we need to do this fight against Nineheart. So, over on the east side of the bridge, with all of Class 7 watching, and also the Quags, since they're still here. What's the worst that could happen? Nightheart stabs Swede and kills him in one hit. Oh no. that obviously doesn't happen. He's a Trails protagonist. Trails protagonists don't die. Please prove me wrong, Falcom. I'm joking. Don't do that to the main character. Don't do that to the protagonist. Don't do that to the protagonist. But come on, Falcon. One day, just prove me wrong. Prove that you have the guts to kill, and make it so that that kill is permanent. I know the people that have played Sky games will be like, aha, what about this part? And it's like, yeah, the one example. Wait, actually no. Yeah, the 2 examples. Pretty much 99.9% of all named Trails characters live. And people wonder why there's a cast bloat. Actually, be fairer to say like 90% because there's the named character deaths in the Sky games. There's the final boss of Zero. There's definitely there's definitely should theoretically have been some level of deaths in the show. Anyway, so Instructor Nightheart, and it defaulted me to having useless stuff for this one. Okay, fair enough. Is in a Spiegel. However, you do not get to see his various unbalances, which is fun. I should have looked at the stats, but well. Me doing a defense down is me having useless out first actually doesn't mean that bad of a thing, because I can utilize some defense decreasements. So yes, this Spiegel is specifically one that's piloted by Nightheart and is with incredible speed. Since this is a fight between Ween and a Soldat, stats efficiencies are just going to be very minuscule because Ween can't do most of those status things. And when efficiency doesn't really matter too much, and really what that matters is, yes, that is 270,000 health. But it is Soldat. Trying to find the weakness points. Now, Nightheart is strong. Like, let's just... Oh, the arm was the correct bit. I'm just not getting the hits. Okay, I'm just not getting unbalanced. Oh, we actually are dying. If you want to try and not die so badly, you can always, I guess, change which orbs you have. But that requires making sure you've sorted that out back on the Quagus. So, keep that in mind. We are definitely... Oh, you don't want to only slash. Because at least then it's a seal. I get more time to live.
Very well.
We want to charge. I'm gonna have this stuff for that. There we go! Equip, finally! Jeez, that's a bit.
My turn.
Spirit.
I'll help. My turn.
Oh, I've just realised that my glasses need a clean. There we go.
Bring it on.
Which easier to do when another game's doing that. Oh, what? Yeah, we made it to 3 bravery points. Yay, he's doing another attack. Mountain Cleaver. That would have been painful if we actually got hit by it, so good that we didn't. Yeah, there we go. I can see it back now. I was thinking, wait, why is it that? It's like, no, wait, no, it's not my screen. It's my glasses. No, let's just slash less this time because I'd rather him not do anything other than a normal attack.
I'll handle this. I'll help.
Bonk. And that took half our health. That's fun.
My turn. Allow
And
me.
we have to use this turn to charge because we had no EP, so. So yeah, that's great news. We are morning mooning this, like, oh god. I don't even know. I don't know if I've got my seat in the proper position actually. I might have run off. I don't know. Right, so can we maybe hit a finisher? Yeah, we can. We'll hit our finisher. We'll do the damage.
Very well.
Spirit.
I'll help.
We need the spirit. We'd be dead otherwise. Really, other tips I probably could have for this fight is maybe going for choosing a link partner that would be able to boost your own defense, possibly, because, or maybe just make yourself more of a glass cannon. Maybe just try and do a bigger burst damage. I don't know the, I don't know if there's an, I don't know the optimal way of doing this. I just know that there's definitely ways to go about it.
Very well. I'll help.
We have the spirit, otherwise we'd be dead. Actually, we've got enough of flame impact we can murder him with. Fire bonk!
Very well.
Damn it, he lived! Okay, well, we're gonna charge, so. Oops. The fact he lived is a little bit of a nuisance. I possibly could have tried to go for the unbalance. Okay. How much have we got? 263. We win. Yeah, we're actually straight up win, which is why we should just slash so that we guaranteed the hit instead of me trying to go for something and failing. We auto have to unite, so Sacred Blade it is. And so, Nightheart is bested. Do 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. Vectorware. And our job here is done. Oh, pardon me. Of course, it was a good way to find strategies that would mean what openings you can find when it comes to Soldat. So, and also, hey, if you have access to a Soldat, might as well be able to utilize it. We, of course, is pondering about a better weapon. We'll get to the getting a better weapon thing later. Neihard is reminding Reen that you don't need to do things alone. You have this thing called the power of friendship. Your anime protagonist, fuck. So anyways, we've done what we needed to do. Well, at least here in Twin Dragon Bridge. We're going to head back to the Proving Grounds to pick up Monk, and then we're going to pick up the other students. Just figured that doing this now would lead to a little bit of a better timing, because it just meant that we didn't have to go back and forth repeatedly. It just works out this way. We get the skill handbook, and we get 2 AP for beating Neihard. Miriam has a bit of dialogue here about Neihard the Mighty. Then other people in your party will then mention dialogue to do with the whole conversation they seem to be having, which is nice. I do like that. Although some of it may sound a little generic. Anyway, on this side of the bridge, we actually are now able to actually pick up some of these chests here that you normally weren't able to initially. That included that yellow palindrome we picked up, and oh, I'm not on the bike. This does also include, over this way, I believe, is a... Nope, normal chest. I swear there's a trail chest around here somewhere. But anyway, oh, 7 mass, we need 7 mass. I was for sure thinking there was a trail chest here. Oh well, maybe I'm just very sorely mistaken. But anyway, point being, we are returning to Courageous and heading back to the Proving Grounds, because we are picking up Monk. Now that we've got the necessary item. Let's head on around. Obviously, the Proving Grounds ain't being used as a base as much now, because, let's face it, it's not as useful as, well, the entire bridge that they've now got access to. G40! This is it! This is what we needed to feel good in the world. It's nice artwork of Misty, aka Vita, but still. Someone's gonna have to explain this to Monkey, aren't they? Although I don't know where Muck plans to send anything he does get while on the Courageous, because normally that means admin time, but that's obviously not happening anymore. We're not done in terms of Celdic yet, as we are heading over to Celdic. Oh, no, not one. Now, while in Celdic, we can't call on the bike, so that's a little bit of a downside. But once we get onto the highway, we can.
Let's ride.
Over here is Paula with the horses. Paula's been slowly making her way around the area with horses. It sounds about right that would be the case, but yeah, you know. A glaring missing horse appears to be the case. So, of course, searching for Whitcomb is going to be what we need to do. And it appears to be on the western highway. Darn it, we're on the eastern highway. Well, I guess that means we now need to head back the way we came. Yay! Well, I wonder if there's a way to like turn Blade into something that can be played on motorcycles. Like, understandably, there's like not much in terms of. Oh, actually, hang on, no, this is during a short. There was definitely enough motorcycles in production, just not in Arabonia.
Let's ride.
Oh wait, maybe not yet. Just not using motorcycles in this show. No, why am I thinking of it? No, it's only the car. There are other vehicle types. I'm not one on that. Why am I thinking of there being motorcycles? Oh yeah, because I saw the intro to oh, that's why. Ah, fuck. Anyway, Whitcomb's here, and it was very easy to find, but then he goes running off in that direction. Ah, fuck. Well, while I ponder about what level of machinery is being used in other countries,
Let's ride.
we now need to head this way, towards the nature park. Oh no. Whitcomb, don't go in there. There'll be a cryptid that I don't want to be having to fight with my current lineup. Also because users haven't gone Platinum Shield yet. Whitcomb, of course, barges through the gate, and now we're going to have to go in there. Ah, damn it.
Let's ride.
Thankfully, oh, you can't use the bike in the park. Damn it, game. Oh yeah, you legitimately can't because you're in the dungeon. Damn it! Why does it have to be classed as a dungeon? Well, it being classed as a dungeon aside, we have to head into the second area part.
Stay focused.
Okay, those enemies that are like, oh, they're super strong, we should be careful. They're not strong. They don't scale.
Are you sure we should be going up?
They just have a default hard-coded if line of sight with player give chase. Yeah, so yep, it's this bit. So in this area of the nature park, we just have to go all the way over there, where not much is actually over there, other than Whitcomb and the chest we opened back at an early point. Maybe a fishing spot. I forget the fishing spots. So of course Whitcomb is very much probably in a very much a state of not good, because you know it's away from his master. It's a shame. Why is my back acting up when I'm doing this? Whitcomb's getting taught a class of taught about dignity. And it seems to have worked on calming the nerves, as it were. So anyway, we'll hand Whitcomb back over to Paula and get Paula onto the Courageous. I'm curious about something. I'm not sure if my doctor actually understood this point. It could be that my back is part of a weight problem. Could be. It would explain quite a bit. But it doesn't explain why, while I was busy dealing with the fucking massive fucking cold I had, where it was like, oh, my throat started to fuck up, then my nose fucked up, and then my throat, yeah, it still probably needs a bit of recovery, if I'm honest. Keeps being fucked up. Well, the nose seems to be a lot better. Better kind of thing, and the head, obviously, all that stuff. But there's a level of weirdness to it all, where my back was fine. One of the things I was doing, to help take some of the hours away when I wasn't busy just lying on a bed hoping that I don't accidentally flood my room, was playing Pokemon Infinite Fusions on PC. So sat here, and I could for hours at a time, not really moving. I haven't done anything today besides get up and have breakfast and wake up properly. Pardon me. And we've been recording for half an hour. / streaming for half an hour. And my back's starting to get that feeling of tenseness. That it's weird. So I'm pondering, I do ponder if that means that there may be a stress response or an anxiety response that causes the nerves to start acting up. I don't actually know. I think I'll talk to someone else about it at the very least, to just try and figure out if there's actually possibly more to it. Recruiting Paula does give you access to horse. If you select someone who doesn't know how to ride a horse, they will automatically bring up, pop in on the back of Ween. So for example, with Milliam here, she'll appear on Ween, and there's a chicken we can talk to. Thank you, game, for reminding me of that. If you select someone like Eustace, however, since he does know how to ride a horse, he'll just be on a horse. And then you switch back to someone who isn't a horse rider, and Ween will also pop right back in. It's a nice little thing, and just like with the bike, you can't just use it everywhere. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Now, to return to the Courageous, because we actually do have to go in a different...
Where do you want to go?
Actually, I've done a mistake, and I'm going to own up to it, because if we actually go to our student information bit, we know what mistake we made. Fidel and Dorothy are on the North Curzon Highway. I was actually in the right bit to be heading down that direction, which means I'm probably going to go on logins then first. Oops.
Where do you want to go?
Oops, Daisy. We're still doing all our Celtic stuff. Oops. I realised I made the mistake. I own up to it.
Let's get going.
Besides, why would I want to use a horse? Anyway, I have totally Right here is Alan and Loggins. Fun fact, Loggins was the cause of my stress when it came to trying to play Cold Steel 2. It's a little fun fact. For whatever reason, I just couldn't get his first profile note to actually unlock, even though the thing you do is talk to him. Like, pretty much immediately after you do this. And it just never cropped up. Multiple playthroughs in a row. No idea why it did that. So it might have been a bug. Might have been. Might not have been. No idea. Point is, eventually it did work. So, anyways, these two are obviously wanting to get more information on how to get over to Trista. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but nevertheless, Adam wants to because obviously he wants to see Bridget. Fair enough. I mean, I too would want to see one of the best characters from Guilty Gear. I laugh a little bit because as much as I want it to be just a joke, it isn't a joke that she is legitimately a good character in Guilty Gear. My knowledge of Guilty Gear is very limited, so because I played one that was on the Wii randomly, no knowledge of the series at the time. I've played Third a lot more recently. That was alright. And Strive obviously is a great game. I think the reason why I hope I could just joke about some of it is because I find the discourse over it just to be silly. If a writer decides that the way that has their interpretation of a character, then that has more of a precedence over any random person on the internet. Like, I could say like, Wayne Schwarzer, between Cold Steel 2 and Cold Steel 3, spent 5 to 6 months taking it up the butt by various people And it's like, most likely the Falcon writers would be like, what? No, he fucking didn't. It would be dumb of me to then go, no, obviously I'm correct with my information and you're wrong. How dare you be wrong about your own series? Ha 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 ha. I will now try to make a fool out of you. Like, I know people don't like J.K. Rowling, but her randomly tweeting the sexuality of Dumbledore, I argue wouldn't matter, really, to be honest. So what? Okay, so she thinks Dumbledore likes men. Okay, sure, whatever. Is that prevalent? Is that relevant information for anything in the Harry Potter books? I don't know. I haven't personally read them. Oh, I've only read a few of them and saw the films and played the Lego games. Because I was a child growing up in the 2000s and Harry Potter became one of the biggest fucking things ever outside of Pokemon and probably Dragon Ball. But it was big. It was big in the UK, so definitely. So basically, like, it doesn't matter what a writer thinks. If the writer has an intention, then I guess you could. Oh, were we unable to? Wait, was I unable to get this chest? That's enough, Lance. No, we were definitely able to get this chest. I missed it back when we were here last. Fuck. I do think that it's rather dumb to just assume. Like, obviously, yes, if there's enough information written out that allows people to theorize, well, maybe there's a quirk to a character that wasn't outright stated as fact, but there's enough breadcrumbs where it's like, you could make the case and the creator can go, no, okay, you picked up the breadcrumbs. Good on you. Maybe even do like a fan poll and see that, oh, they actually do think that person is what the writer thought of for a moment, at least a moment during development. Fair enough. Of course, this whole bit that we kind of talked over is just like, yeah, no, you're not getting into Trista. No, yeah, definitely not. So, yeah, I honestly think, like, going back over to Guilty Gear, I do think that the whole Bridget discourse was really silly, just because, oh, the writers chose the direction the character went, like, in terms of the canon of the story. Like, at the end of the day, I'd argue it doesn't matter. It's a fucking fighting game. Most people care more about the arcadey fighting gameplay that Arc Systems is known to do a really good job with. You know, I think the stuff's more in my head at the moment because I've recently played Persona 4 Arena Ultimax on my own accord while feeling like shit. And once again, it's Arc Systems, so it's like, yeah, they know what they're doing when it comes to fighting games. Like if they made a Smash Brothers game, I'd happily play it for hours on end, probably. I'd be very shit at it, but you know. Anyway, Eleanor Loggins is now on the ship. Yippee! I sliced that crate out of the willing suspension of.
Let's get going.
Oh, wanting to not slice it. Riding back along the highway, we gotta get to the North Curzon Highway. Or at least back in that general direction, because I was a bit of a dummy and went back to the Quages when I shouldn't have.
Let's get going.
I randomly saw on Reddit that somehow Asmongold got cancelled, and I'm like, wait, no, he's not cancelled. I took a singular look at like everything else, and I'm like, wait, how is he cancelled? He just said something stupid. Like, if people got cancelled just for saying something dumb, here's me saying something dumb right now. The big dog Roman Reigns gimmick was not that bad. Wrestling fans just didn't want to accept that Roman was better than a lot of the other choices that there were for main eventers during that time period. See, that was a rather stupid opinion, because why would you dare say that when the Tribal Chief is such a better character for everyone involved? You know? just saying stupid shit doesn't matter, in my opinion. At least not to the same extent. It's just how I feel. If you're just saying stupid opinions that are just basically hot takes and people don't agree with your opinions, that's not getting cancelled. That's just having a bad opinion. So, anyways, we switched Emma into the party because we're going to need her for this side quest. Well, they're not really side quests. They are side quests, let's face it. They are one of the few upper class students to actually be about outside of Trista, because most of them are in Trista. One of the few other ones we've already seen, of course. There's a few we've seen, but like very few of them. Dorothy is meant to be with Fideo here to deal with the stuff, but has kind of just disappeared. And obviously, Celine was about to be talking about Yaoi. I hate the way it looks. Y-A-O-I. Like, I don't. Why is it referred to that? I don't know what the point of it is. It's It's strange people writing fan fiction about two boys kissing each other a lot. Like, let's face it, that's what Dorothy seems to be really into in this game. I don't know why, but hey, you know, fair enough. She would be one of those people that would be on one of those fanfic websites writing about how Goku and Vegeta love each other very much and make kiss emotions. They just happen to have wives more just because it's for the survival of the Saiyan race than anything else. You know, that's the kind of person Dorothy is, in my opinion. But to be fair, she does actually do other things later. Doesn't matter at the moment. That's more of a Cold Steel 3 thing again, as per usual. I want to get the Cold Steel 3. I like Cold Steel 3. Anyways, since we're on North Coast Highway, I'm not too sure. Were we able to get onto this part of the highway at this point? No, we were not, because otherwise there would not be chests. Oh yeah, because this is north of Curison, so of course we haven't. So yeah, these enemies will be more of level if you want to fight them. Obviously, I'm not at this very moment, but that's mainly just because we're heading back to Celdic. Because Dorothy is in a familiar location. When it comes to just... I think at the end of the day, content creators will say stupid shit, because if it then generates clicks and views, then... you know, that's great news. That means that the algorithm has chosen to give you more of a spotlight. More people are going to catch wind of the shit you say. More people are going to watch you. Even if it's just to point and laugh at how stupid you are. All publicity is good publicity at the end of the day. Heading over here with Emma on our party means that we get to see exactly what's happening here. Oh dears. And they're not... The Grey Willy thing's not even eating the book. It's on its head. And of course, just going to keep angering them is not the wisest decision, but oh well. Well, while Dorothy gets murdered... oh, never mind. We are actually going to get involved. Unfortunately, none of them actually have a book on the head in the battle itself. Oh, that's a shame. Anyways.
Second form. Down.
I'll handle this.
Oh yeah, we do have Platinum Shield. Why was I thinking we didn't? Well, anyway, one of them's actually getting attack ahead of us, so might as well do the whole craft guard thing just to fight and attack. Are they weak to earth? No, they're weak to fire and wind. An aerial would do better. I was it's Million, but so that's not the best, but so that's just means we're still going to deal damage. Like.
It's my turn.
I need to fire user then. Oh well.
Chiming darkness.
Woo! A standard battle in this part. Whoopee! Yeah, it gets the health thing. Ah well.
Burn to ash. Fall. Never
We'll wash. I don't need to use a burst on this encounter.
Here I go. Get him.
I apologize for the fire. Okay, yeah, my nose is still clean. Okay, good. A bit of phlegm every now and again from my mouth is still not good at the end of the day, but oh well. It's what we call managing things.
I'm so glad.
Emma's detector has upgraded. Whoopee! To be fair, I wasn't really planning on using her anyway, but you know. Dorothy's book is saved, as was Dorothy herself. It's an engaging and visual tale starring the lives and passionate loves of several young boys in the springtime of their youth. Oh god, let's hope it's not a picture book. Folding its Steam page. Oh god, I need to get my mind out the gutter. Anyways, before we end up hearing too much information, yeah, man, I agree. Why would the pages themselves be steamy? Yeah, I know. So yes, Milliam's here. Let's cover Milliam's ears. Don't go talking about that sort of thing near her, please. Anyways, well, we rescued her. She's now going to be on the Courageous alongside Fidelio. That's just a bad name. Well. But pretending to beauty of these beautiful boys is... Oh, God. Okay, well, I can't... It wouldn't work well on the mic. I just want to play the White to Censor theme. Because Dorothy right now is being very much horny. Just... Just Ivory just comes bursting onto the screen somehow and just batters her for being impure. Because let's face it, I'll say it. I wasn't someone who watched that area of wrestling because I couldn't of at the time due to my very recent appearance in the realm of existence. But going back through a lot of that stuff, I actually don't mind White to Censor. It's an act that makes sense for the time period. Similar to when they tried having Jeff Jarrett be a devout Christian. It's like these sorts of gimmicks work fine on paper because it's like, yeah, everything is... Because actually do it. Yeah, everything's 18 rated, everything's impure, everything is a travesty. You've got people doing all the raunchy stuff. That is a giant nose. With all of that in mind, you have to then think for a second, hang on. There should be people that don't like that sort of thing. Obviously, they end up being a hill, but... Because now they're trying to take away the freedom of being able to nearly see all of the titties. Or puppies, as Jerry Lawler would say on commentary. Which floor am I trying to go on to? I realised I should have used the map. Feel free. I just want to heal quickly before heading off to our next location. I've headed the wrong way, that's towards the shop. The various people that are about will now be in various places throughout the ship. We'll see them as we go around the ship throughout points. I forget where they end up basically, just as a thing. Don't mind me. Anyways, obviously that is all of the students, so that's no longer there. And we still have the Queen of Creeps and just getting one quests to do. Now, before we do the other main
Where do you
objective,
want
we have to Ymir!
Full speed ahead.
It is a side quest, Creeping for Creeps. But before that, of course, these two still think that it's worth just standing near the footbath, but not near enough to actually get the warmth, the idiots. They'll forever think that it's some kind of trap, and we also have the B2 course. 1 minute, 20 of the 21 flags, and so just keep that in mind. But they're now doing this bullshit where it's like, hey, you might want to actually look at where you're going, so you can try and get the flag that they place right by the obstacle. It's a ingenious method, Falcon, to really make me not want to do this. But nevertheless, this is B2, so it's still not like horrendous, but there is very little room for error due to the 20 target to 21 flags. I prefer 21 pallets myself, but yeah, you know. Anyway, we finished with all 21 flags because I am good and at this simple snowboarding thing, and I'm showing you that I am good at this before we do the side quest. This is just a point of reference there. Anyway, we get the green emblem for doing that. Anyways, into the Phoenix Wings we go. Our objective is to figure out what's going on here. Essentially, strange sounds, moving shadows. Yeah, so sounds about right. Really, just shenanigans occurring. Potentially a ghost. A ghost. Just not a big fan of it. It's just like how I'm not a big fan of heights. That doesn't mean that I'll happily go really high up. Trouble is of course they have no leads other than, well, people seem to have been finding the signs in one location here. So yeah, it looks like we might need to be here during the night. So yes, there is an actual optional tick over of a day, as they will spend the night here after you've done what is required for the request. So of course that means everyone in class 7 and Sarah come off the ship to be here. I don't think I have to worry about anything, but nevertheless, Purple here, who's suspiciously a lot more blue, definitely saw something, just don't know what it could have been, due to nothing being there. Maybe bring up a stark naked part, so well, the potential nudity of people aside, I'm going to start preparing that sex alarm image before Twitch bans me. Oh wait, hold on, because the 2 doesn't actually show nudity. I don't need to worry about that. Before the word ghost can be used again, Milliam protests too much. Yeah, Milliam is that type of character where if you like it, Milliam's a good character. If you don't like it, Milliam's annoying. It's just how it is. Investigative journalism. Whoopee! Maybe we'll double check our sources and not just spout whatever some old guy spouts. Oh, if a Dave Meltzer existed in this world, Oliver would definitely just give him false information. It would happen, like, straight up. Like, anyway, the boys take their turn first in Spa, and oh god, I can already think of how this can go. As someone that's played multiple games that have done Spa scenes, actually no, I'm gonna spoil about Constant 4 here. Trails actually does this better. Not in Cold Steel 2. Not in this game. Warning on there. But in Cold Steel 4. They do it so much better. Not every single male character in an anime setting is a giant perv. Or just assumed to be. Milliam invades the space, which means that they have to stop, because, you know, it's Milliam. But anyway, time seems to just slip away from them. So of course that means the girls get to be in here now. Of course they have to wear towels, because thankfully. But still the point being is that hopefully we can get through this scene fast. Other trope to talk about here is of course the flat-chested characters being a lot more blatant about their opinion of women with the more, let's just say, a larger bounty than most on their chest. Sarah suggests the idea of massaging Alyssa's chest, which I would argue is sexual harassment, but I'm a wrestling fan. I think I don't want to make jokes about that right now. Seriously, can wrestling stop being fucked up? Anyway, sexually harassing the various girls aside, between each other at the very least, the sounds occur, meaning that there are definitely something there. We can tell by the footprints. This means that either they are camouflaging, they actually are a ghost, or maybe it's something that has access to orbal arts. Why, it appears to be one of those sheep thingies. But a bit more white, which is what, well, whitish, which allows it to camouflage a little bit better. Ween, being a big damn hero, comes running in to deal with the monster. But apparently, now's not the time to care about a monster. Now's the time to care about the fact that Ween now sees them all wearing nothing but towels. Keep in mind, in Cold Steel 1, you see them wearing nothing but a swimsuit, but apparently that's fine. They're still skin tight. I'd argue, what's the point of saying that? Oh, so we kind of seen Milliam already, but due to Milliam. And the fact that Fee and Laura care more about beating up Wayne, it just shows that, yes, they're doing that damn trope. And I hate the trope, because if it's like, oh no, monsters, but a boy entered the womb, let's care more about that. Like, oh, and for the record, I'm going to refer to Persona here. Why does it happen with every single fucking Persona game that involves a spa, there has to be a scene of the boys trying to perv on the girls? Even unintentionally. The fact that happens in the same location twice. Thankfully, one's in the spin-off title, but canonicity always questioned for once, because you can't really go for the whole timey-wimey shenanigans. But you know, anyway, organise your party here to whoever you want to have in there, and they'll get to the bottom of the mountain to help you out after you go through the whole snowboarding thing. Milliam will also be flying down with ya. If you want the AP, you gotta catch the sheep, and yes, I recommend turning off the turbo so you can be more accurate when trying to catch them. Oh, we're so close. It just ran off faster than I could go. Like that sucks. since this is one of the beginner courses, it means that it's a lot shorter, but its length is intended. Obviously, the main objective, after catching, which we did, which means we made down the entire thing immediately, yay! We caught them, but now we need to fight them. The rest of your party comes running down to aid. We didn't change the party, so that's why it is what they are. And oh dears! It would appear that there's a big fucker. Less woolly, but oh dears, that means it's the actual boss.
Watch out, guys.
Ooh, we get a crit.
Second form. Damn!
I'll happily take the crit.
Now's our chance.
I'll get you up.
Dynamite kick! Boah, which is basically just a giant drop kick. Anyway, the boss! I love the name. Just the boss. We don't need to name anything else. The size efficiencies are rather low, so it's going to be a lot harder, but at the end of the day, fire and earth arts will be your saving grace if you want to go that route. And of course, it has 100,264 health. By God, we have a high health total in this game. Good lord. Would a dark matter matter more? Or will noble command matter? No, noble command. I have no idea as to what I can do. I just gotta wait for that time to be done. Yeah, these enemies just drop kick you in the face, like.
It's my turn.
Right, okay, well, we're gonna Holy Song because
Listen to my
we
song
did
of healing.
get kicked in the face quite hard.
Thanks. I suppose I should.
I'm definitely going to be watching people get kicked in the face very hard and falling over some ropes with the Royal Rumble happening on Saturday. Well, Sunday for me because UK time. Miriam, your hammer somehow missed. It really wants to beat Ween up. No, not Awakening School. Actually no, yeah, let's do Awakening School. Fuck it. I'm not using the EP for anything else. Just deal massive damage with Falamar. And look, we already got it below half. That's good. And what am I doing with the Fukoka? Whatever. Oh, it missed. Oh, how convenient. Anyway. Yeah, gets a dynamite kick and Ween's probably got no stats,
Very
but
well. Now's our chance.
we have double command at the ready to up the stats, and then, oh hey, look at this, Zero Arts.
Try this.
Pardon me. Well, I forgot, don't put the controller on the desk, it will cause its vibrations. Okay. I think my throat's dying.
Yes, sir.
So, despite my feeling betterness, I think this is probably going to be the last thing we do before ending the stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Right. We are flaming pattern.
Burn to ash. Fall. Now.
I'll get you up. It's my turn.
We did the whole murdering thing quite well, I'd argue. And it is barbaric barrage. Just pummeling Ween, just to go. Just beat it up. Just fuck. Fush. Okay. And then we just hit it with the roots of a tree, and it dies. Yay. Oh, actually, I've been watching the Pokemon anime. The Gen 9 anime. So
Is
it's for
everybody okay?
Wisens. For Coco, learns fucking Stomping Tantrum. That would be nice to learn in the game. For the record, for Coco, like if we had to go into like say something like data decks on the phone right now. For Coco, all types. For Coco, Lan's Bite. Like if it was based off of the moveset in game, it would have Tackle, Leer, Ember. Then it would learn Round, then Bite, then Incinerate, Yawn, Snarl, War, Flamethrower, Hyper Voice, Fire Blast. That's of course assuming for Coco never evolves. If for Coco does evolve in the anime, then I have not made it to that point yet. Or they have not made it to that point themselves with the animating of it. Elliot has now gained Remedy Oratorio. It's a recovery, cures KO, and HP heal of full. That's really good. And with 200 CP, you get 2 tons of HP plus 50%. This is useful on certain encounters. And it gets registered as the S-Break. And we'll get that pointed out to us about how S-Breaks get set plenty of times. So we did that. Can it even learn Storming Tantrum as a TM? Oh, it can. Okay. So it just learned what it can as a TM. That's weird. What? Why was it not part of its level up moveset? To be fair, for Coco does evolve into Scared Urge, a fire ghost type. And it's a good Pokemon, might I add. Obviously, comparatively speaking, people use Incineroar more, but you know, that's how it is. Ween does his job very well in repelling monsters from his village. Unfortunately, now we're going to have to deal with the ridicule of Ween running in to save people who may or may not actually had their weapons on them. I'm just saying that it's it's just how it is. These monsters do appear every so often, but they usually just appear and appear very quickly afterwards. But definitely something is wrong. That means that their behaviours have changed. It's certainly a thing. Anywho, nice that the night's over and all that, and in a alternate reality where the monsters proceed to attack the potentially unarmed people in the room, unfortunately none of the people who may have actually had their weapons on hand got involved because entering a room full of women in towels would be a social faux pas and they would be castrated for the rest of their lives. I recommend just placing their balls on a guillotine, like on a miniature guillotine. That would save us a lot of trouble and they would probably bleed out to death. Or you could just give them a vasectomy. Either works. So Ween is now in a lot of deep shit with everyone, although Milliam's the only one that doesn't say anything other than just being like, poor Ween. But then again, Milliam's the one that busted in while the boys were in their towels, so also it's a little bit weird because at the end of the day, it's a bit weird that this sort of scene exists, considering there's the whole option, since this is an optional quest, you don't have to do it, and there's the optional scene of if you pick one of the girls for the, who left a good impression, and they'll enter the spa in just a towel, and then be fine with being in the same room as Ween at that time. That's why I think it's weird, and I think the trope should just die. Like, if one, like say with, again, the example of Persona, if one person is being a perv, that doesn't mean suddenly all the male cast is now officially the worst thing ever and they belong to die horribly. Like, if it's an honest to God mistake that occurs, then, oh no, how dare they? They obviously were perverts. Like, really? I just don't like that trope. And I think it's the same if it's on the other foot as well. People shouldn't be perverts. Blanket statement. That fits. Anyway, IP is increased by 2 because we successfully caught the sheep. You don't actually have to catch them, but if you want the AP, you do. So yes, we have now moved over to the 20th. We don't get the fancy movement of the day, mainly just because there isn't any need for that. Also, a lot of placements of the world doesn't change. It's just how it is. So, anyways, my throat is fucking up, so I'm going to end the stream here. I'll probably be in a even better state tomorrow, yeah, or something. I don't know. I'm gonna probably start advertising the streams on YouTube just to try and actually like see if that might help with any potential viewership. So those that are subscribed to my YouTube, if you aren't subscribed, then I do recommend it. If you do like the content, obviously, chill. Then the link probably would mean that there's a chance of more viewers potentially showing up. Maybe a different time of day, maybe some other factors. I don't know. Anyway, we saved the game because there is only one other quest we do have to do next time on part 17. Assuming that's what I stream next. It is the end of January as we are speaking at the moment. Fun fact, that does mean that in February I do actually have a new game to play. Well, technically new because it's a remake, but yeah, I do plan on at least trying to stream Persona 3 Reload. If it fails horribly, then it fails horribly. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the thing is, and we gotta keep this in mind, obviously Coastal 2 takes a bit of a focus, because we've got to get through this, and then the other two Coastal games that I haven't played on stream yet. I have played, trust me, Coastal I've played for many hours, and then get through Reverie, a game that I haven't actually played. I've seen the intro sequence. I've heard the music. It's impossible for me not to. I'll put it out there. It's been impossible for me to get away from certain soundtracks at the moment. It's just how it is. Curse other people. But nonetheless, yeah, the shilling stuff that I usually do at the end. Yeah, YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, share it. Do all the things you can there, comment, feedback, that's always nice to get. Of course, for anyone that is watching on Twitch, I hope you do enjoy a live experience. I apologise if I don't sound the best or any of the coughs that I had, any phlegm I may have hacked up in the process. I apologise. I'm still somewhat recovering from a very nasty head cold, possibly maybe a little bit of something more that I wasn't aware of, or just wasn't as noticeable at the time. I've been mowing my way through throat sweets and drinking a lot of tea. I just happened to not bring a cup of tea. I did the layout of my room. I don't want to bring a cup of tea down into my room, basically. So, you know, and I need to wash the cups. So anyway, yeah, this has been a nice return to form, I would argue. Now a long stream where we get some stuff done and not everything that I would like to get done gets done. But yeah, until next stream, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.